With the disappointment the past couple of weeks and the bad publicity the WWE has had from the questioning of the WWE's new television deal with NBC Universal, not producing a disappointing, to say the least, result, the rapidly declining stock price re-leveling itself out at a more real level compared to where it had been overinflated based off of unrealistic expectations and propaganda put out by the WWE, questioning of the executive management of WWE, the past couple of Raws, frankly, being very shitty, the questioning of the long-term viability and this business strategy and planning behind the WWE network. The WWE needs something positive in their corner, frankly, because a lot of things right now don't look very good. It just flat out don't. Look at the rating for this week's Raw in the 2.6 range. Ouchies. Not good. But thankfully for the WWE, it's one of those things that they can fix the problem. Will they fix the problem remains to be seen. But the biggest way they can fix the problem is by producing a better on-screen product. And NXT Takeover is one of those shows that definitely fits into the very positive category for the WWE. And in fact, creates a very tough act to follow for Payback this upcoming Sunday on the WWE Network. Which show is ultimately going to be better this week? Was it NXT Takeover? Is it going to be Payback? And I'll say this flat out. Is NXT created a situation where Payback has a very tough act to follow? Because this was a really good takeover show with no major complaints from me. Sure, you'll get a couple of nitpicky things, so you would come to expect that out of me, wouldn't you? It's in the striving for perfection that you achieve excellence or greatness. I'm just not going to let somebody coast off when I see something wrong. I'm going to talk about it. But a lot of good things on this show. The matches had purpose. The matches had time. The card structure was very well done. They did things to get you engaged and invested in some of the key feature matches. A lot of the things about this NXT TakeOver show I frankly really, really liked. Excuse me. But right from the jump, you've got a match with a purpose and a reason in Camacho and Adam Rose. Now, yes, I will still bitch about the fact that only the WWE would take a guy who's Haku's son of Tongan descent and make him fucking Mexican and name him Camacho. It's just dumb on so many different levels. The guy is from an impressive family tree of professional wrestling. Why would you not appeal to that? Why would you not emphasize that? I don't get it. But I do get this match because, like I said, this actually was a little bit of a feud, a little bit of a rivalry. This had purpose. And what I really like about it, it was a good introductory curtain jerker match. You didn't have all the flips and the twists that you knew you were going to get out of the number one contenders match, and in particular the NXT title match. It did what it needed to do. It set the table. It kicked off the show in the right way and didn't overshadow anything. I thought it was a really well put together and well pieced together and well executed match, frankly. As far as the tag title match, another showcase piece for the Ascension, but you got El Local and Kalisto. They were a decent opponent, I guess you could say. It's just the problem is the Ascension as a tag team is so much better than anything else on that NXT brand right now. It almost creates a problem of, let's get them a feud. Let's get them better matches. But a good showpiece for your tag team champions, the Ascension, and a match here that had a different feel to the opening match, a more physical type of match. I like matches and cards that have, kind of a blend of styles and a blend of types of matches. You don't want every match the same. That's been a common complaint with me over the years with ROH matches. It's like, if you see the opening match, you basically have seen the main event match just with different people, and it maybe goes a little bit longer, but maybe it doesn't. At some point in time, variety is the spice of life, and you do need something different, and I do feel you need something that appeals to all styles. Well, Camacho and Adam Rose, no real high spots or any spectacular stuff, just a basic wrestling match attempting to tell a story. Tag team title match, showcasing the power of Ascension with some of the athleticism of El Local and Kalisto. Thought very well done indeed. What I really liked were the video packages of Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze really piecing together the number one contenders match, getting us ready for the number one contenders match, and furthermore, giving us a reason for this match to occur. And what I in particular like with the Sami Zayn video package is sit-down style that you would see like in the NFL or you would see in the UFC, what have you, of actually interviewing the guy and then giving some background to it. But in the interview, I love what Sami Zayn said, sometimes you've got to lose before you learn how to win. And I think that's something from a babyface standpoint that the WWE could choose to follow to the T on a much more consistent basis, make a storyline out of it. And what I like about Sami Zayn is he's a good performer in the ring, yes, but I like the fact that he doesn't always win every fucking match. There's something actually appealing to that. Makes you want to root for the guy a little bit. And this number one contenders match here was pretty good. The only thing maybe I don't like about it was it felt very similar to what I knew was going to come in the main event. And, I don't know. I would like it to feel a little different. A few too many high spots. I thought they could have done a better job of telling a story here instead of just going with the spectacular bullshit. Still a pretty good match. Don't get me wrong. Right guy won, and won in a way where he is better off for it, and the loser, Sami Zayn, is also better off for it. So at the end of the day, it really accomplished a lot here, I thought. But it was just, again, one of those things of, I saw people talking about, Sami Zayn, every time he has a match, he steals the show. This is the match of the year. Is this match really better than Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt at the Royal Rumble? Is it really? Is it really? Is it better than Daniel Bryan and Triple H at WrestleMania 30? Is it really? Come on, man. Let's not overrate it too much. Seriously. Sami Zayn is a good performer. Yes, I never really used to like him as El Generico because I thought the El Generico gimmick was just kind of stupid. But hey, it is what it is. But really good number one contenders match in general. And like I said, right guy won, and the guy that lost in the right way. So you can continue that story of having to deal with loss before you learn how to win. That's something very realistic. Excuse me. Now, one thing I questioned on the show a little bit was this showdown between Rusev and Mojo Rawley. And not so much the concept of it, but I look at Rusev and I say, they even cut Lana's speech short. It's already like they're trying to get to, somebody asked a question in a recent Q&A, is this going to be like a Mark Merrill Sable situation? I think it will be, and I've talked about it before, that Rusev to me is nothing more than a showcase piece for Lana. But my thing with this is that, if you were going to rip off the Ivan Drago type of gimmick from Rocky IV, then go all the way with it. You're already trying to overcorrect now. You were having him be the Bulgarian brute. Now he's supposed to be fucking Russian. He's carrying around the Russian flag. You should have had enough foresight to see what was going on in the real world from a political standpoint and knowing that Rusev needed to be a Russian character. That was just dumb and stupid and a miss. And as far as the whole thing with Rusev and Mojo Rawley, it's cool and all that Rusev beat down a Rawley, actually making the heel look viable. But maybe you could have let Rawley get in a little bit of something, or maybe actually had Rawley just stand up to him and do nothing at all and tease a future match between the two of them is all I'm saying. And then we got to the Divas Championship match, and why was Paige there? Paige is there. But again, they stripped her because she was the champion on the other show. And no, the reason given was not because she had both titles and she couldn't. Let's keep that in mind. This is not a Warrior type of situation where he had the IC and world title and they said he couldn't have both. No, 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 no. They never said that. They said it wouldn't be fair because she's off defending this title. She can't be there to defend this title. Well, she's been at most of the damn NXT since that's happened. That made absolutely no sense to me. And furthermore, why would Natalya be in this situation? Why not have had this tournament and have Charlotte versus Paige right here if Paige was going to be there any fucking ways? Whatever. My actual match of the night was this match, though. You had, a good job of setting it up with the same type of thing like they did with the number one contenders match. I love that interview style that they were doing. Like I said, made it feel very realistic. Then showing a video package. I loved the setup to it. And I thought the match was really damn good. And it was good to see Bret Hart in one corner, Ric Flair in the other corner. And the finish worked. Everything worked with this match. To me, the most well done and best executed match of the night. You don't have to have a bunch of flips and kicks to steal the show. And I thought right here that this NXT Divas Championship match was the match of the night. And the one thing that I resent is when I see people posting on Twitter, etc., talking about this is a really good women's wrestling match. Why do we have to downgrade it? No, this was just a really good wrestling match, period. And even the finish, you can't do the emotional type of finish all the time, but every once in a while it really works. And it really worked here and was like the perfect kind of icing on the cake for this match. Like I said, to me, in my opinion, the match of the night. And then we got to the NXT title match, which I'm sure for most of you, if it wasn't the #1 contenders match, this clearly was going to be the match of the night between Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville. You were going to get flips. You were going to get kicks. You were going to get a lot of false finishes, a lot of 2.5 counts. You were going to get all types of no-selling and all types of high-flying crap. And you loved it. I'm sure you did. But a good match here. I like how they actually tried to play off of, Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville both having a little bit of an edge heading into this match. How they actually had Tyson Kidd, go over the edge a little bit once or twice. Good match here. Right guy wins. It worked. It was a much better main event, in my opinion, than what we got with Neville winning the title from Bo Dallas at NXT Arrival in that ladder match. This right here, to me, was a much better match, and I think that's in part because you have Adrian Neville working with a Tyson Kidd as opposed to an Adrian Neville working with a Bo Dallas. And I don't mean that as an insult to a Bo Dallas. What I'm simply saying is that sometimes for this guy to get better, he's got to work with somebody that's better. And a Tyson Kidd is better than an Adrian Neville. As a result, what does that do? That actually elevates Adrian Neville, and you get more out of him, and he learns something, and he gets better. So if for no other reason than that, this match was much better as a main event than what we got as the main event of NXT Arrival. This was not one of these main events where I just kind of sat there and said, it happened. No, it was a good, solid title match, and overall, a really good, solid show. Like I said, it frankly set a tough act to follow for Payback this Sunday, and I'm curious to see if Payback can at least be as good as this show or better, or will it be a whole lot worse? I guess only time will tell in a couple of days, but a good job by the WWE. Give us more of this, and maybe your network will ultimately succeed.